Hello YouTube. My name is Maureen and this is Reen Reads, and I'll be doing my very first review today. My review today is of a book I recently finished called A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. This was a really friggin' awesome book. This book follows the main character, Ignatius J. Riley. He is a 30-year-old, well-educated man who is very aloof, very adrift, and lives with his mother. His poor mother has to deal with all of his antics. He's very lazy, is constantly talking about his gas problem with his valve inside his stomach. He's basically a giant slob. Um, Pretty much one night they get into an accident. This is where the book kind of takes off. They get into an accident one night, and turns out they need to pay someone a lot of money in fines. So they are stuck, and Ignatius needs to get a job. So it all starts off Ignatius getting a job at a pants factory, and the story pretty much escalates from there. There's a lot of different crazy things that go on, a lot of different crazy, weird, awesome characters you meet. Um, Culminates in a big scene at a bar. A burlesque show goes down. A bird is involved. It's really funny. Um, this book is not laugh out loud funny. There were times that I was chuckling myself, but I was never caught putting the book down because I was laughing so hard. Um, this book is very situationally funny. It's funny in the sense that the situations are funny and not necessarily the one-liners that come out, although those are funny as well. The book is set in 1950s, 1960s era New Orleans. This book is actually really famous for that, that American Southern Gothic, classic style. It's actually really well known for its dialect. Not necessarily its dialect, but writing in a New Orleans dialect. Um, Apparently one of the best takes on that. I was just pulling my pant legs up for no reason in the middle of a video. Deal with it. Trying to think of what else. John Kennedy Toole. This whole book came about. He was, he was kind of in a similar situation with his mother. He experienced some of these things, but a lot of things are fabricated. Um, he was met an untimely death. This man committed suicide. He was apparently a very depressed individual. He was a big fan of Flannery O'Connor, who is another very famous Southern Gothic writer. Um, so he evokes her style a lot. Um, you know, his so the book, he died. This manuscript was left. His mother came to find it and went to a publishing house and was pushing and pushing for this book to be written or to be published because she saw a lot in it and wanted her son to be recognized. And today it is now a Pulitzer Prize winner. So um, with all that being said, I thought this was a great book. It was very readable. I could, even though it was written, at least 50 years ago, almost 60 years ago at this point, I thought it was very easy to read. The language was very easy to understand. I could read it very quickly. Um, it's just one of those great books, and I had just recently found out about it, probably like a year ago. So, it's, I didn't, I'm, to me and maybe my peers, it's not very well known, so I'm just putting it out there. Y'all should probably read this book. Open your, expand your horizons and read some old-fashioned lit, because this is some good stuff right here. Um, Another thing, they're supposed to be making a movie with Zach Galifianakis, so that's another reason why I wanted to read the book, because I'm a very big fan of, reading the book before you watch the movie. But apparently there's um, a lot of, not necessarily hype, but a lot of, mystery and things surrounding the movie that, once something they decide to, film the movie, but then, the person who they have playing Ignatius will, like, die, you know, something like that. It has this very weird, like, Macbeth kind of curse attached to it. It's very bizarre. Um, Otherwise, this book was great. I would read this again. I suggest, I would recommend this book to my mom. I would recommend this book to my boyfriend's parents. Anybody who loves to read, anybody especially who loves to read books about the South and New Orleans especially, this is definitely a good one. So, check it out. You can find it. I found it at Barnes & Noble a year ago. It was on this buy two get one deal kind of thing. So, but I found it at Barnes & Noble, so not sponsored, sorry. But you guys can check it out. That's about all I have to say. I'm not really good at doing book reviews yet, so everybody's just going to have to deal with it. So, if anybody has any suggestions for me, constructive criticism, hopefully BookTube is pretty forgiving. I know in other areas of YouTube they're really like harsh and like, man, you didn't spend a lot of time on that video. It's like, yeah, well, it's my second video and I'm using a program that I have no idea what I'm doing. Clearly I'm using the YouTube recorder. I can't even use iMovie. I'm illiterate. Illiterate. I'm not even funny, just bear with me. I'm itchy. I don't have makeup on, I'm not a good YouTuber yet. Okay, guys? I want to be, though. I want to be a YouTuber so bad, just because I think it's awesome. Alright, end of rant. Check out this book. It's friggin' great. Alright? Okay. Goodbye, YouTube. Until we meet again.